Chairman IRDA, Shri T.S. Vijayan, Member Non-Life, Shri Joseph Sir, Chairman New India Assurance, Shri G. Srinivasan, Chairman National Insurance, Shri Sanat Kumarji, Senior officials from IRDA, Shri Randeep Singh Ji, and many others, CEOs of insurance company, fellow brokers, leaders of the insurance market, a very warm welcome to all of you from Insurance Broker Association of India for our annual Broker Summit, Advancing Policyholders' Interest. As you all know, as per the regulations, insurance brokers have a unique role in the insurance market that they represent the policyholder. They are the only channel of distribution who specifically get appointed by the policyholder to represent them in the entire process of risk and insurance management. Insurance brokers, no doubt, has been the preferred choice of the customers from the time they started in the country. From zero premium, that is the brokers were not present in 2002, now they have contributed almost 23,000 crore of the total non-life premium as per the IRD annual report of 2015-2016. The brokers were also the fastest growing segment. As you see, the life insurance grew of around 0.6% in the period 2010 to 2015, and the non-life sector grew at a compounded growth of 17%, but the broking industry grew at 27.7%. It means more and more consumers are clearly expressing their choice and appointing brokers to represent them with regard to dealing with the risk and insurance needs. We have over 376 licensed and registered brokers with IRDA. We must congratulate and celebrate the success of the entire non-life industry of achieving the unique mark of 1 lakh crore premium recently. As per the report instituted by Insurance Broker Association of India last year, Ernst & Young projected the total non-life premium to be 4 lakh crore by 2025. But the speed at which new schemes are being launched by the Prime Minister and the crop scheme, maybe we will achieve this 4 lakh crore premium sooner than 2025. The estimate, as per the Ernst & Young Vision 2025, brokers are expected to have over 1,60,000 crore premium by 2025, which is a very significant proportion of the total premium of the total market, and therefore brokers have a tremendous role in working for the policyholder and contributing towards advancing the policyholder's interest. What are the key things a policyholder expects? One, a comprehensive coverage. That is, the insurance should include the cover and the risk which is important for the customer. If flood is the concern of the customer, the flood risk extension is provided. Or if there are new emerging risks, that is something insurance market evolves, and the coverage is for the relevant risk. That is a very basic need, that the coverage should be as per the underlying risk need. Second, the claim settlement. The purpose of buying insurance is to get the claims. Timely manner and the full settlement of the claim. There's been tremendous debate about who is to be blamed for delay of claims, whether the insurer, the loss adjuster. Is the loss adjuster truly independent? Is the requirement of information is adequate, delayed? So there are a plethora of issues the market is facing. The regulator even came up with some guidelines and regulation regarding appointment of loss adjuster even by the policyholder, an enablement clause. I believe that is not yet been fully utilized and not being made fully effective, but there has been steps taken. Consumers seek fair and competitive pricing. I think this is an area of debate and a very difficult way to find what is a fair and competitive pricing. We have seen that the insurance markets raised after de-tariffing almost plunged 80–90% on an average, and in many cases much below that. We all know that that is non-sustainable, and obviously the consumers will ask for the lowest possible price. But is the market going to be sustainable at that price? We know that if any market goes to an extreme in terms of low pricing, it rebounds back with much higher pricing at a later stage to recover the losses. And probably that is what we are seeing in the fire and many other classes of business of late, which the consumers are relenting. The balance lies somewhere in fair, competitive, and sustainable pricing, which is the market will hopefully mature and settle over a period of time. And what is a fair and competitive, both to the consumer and to the insurer, so that the market remains sustainable and the customer gets claims paid and the insurance market as a whole is healthy. Also, the policyholder looks for partnership and help from the insurer on the risk management. I wanted to throw some questions which I will encourage the panel members to maybe deliberate and respond to some of these things, and maybe all of you would like to deliberate and think. This issue of pricing has probably been one of the biggest dialogue we have seen in every seminar around what is a fair pricing and the right pricing. The questions are, if everybody in the market competes only on the pricing, then there's no other parameter but to compete on pricing. Let's look at coverage. The insurance regulator freed up on the commercial line of business that you could use new products for the commercial line by use and file. But in reality, the market has not yet embraced, and we are not seeing enough new products on the use and file. So if everybody is competing for the same product, the only parameter to compete is the pricing. Claim settlement. There are a number of insurers who claim that their claim settlement is far better than other insurers, and they should be able to charge a better pricing for that. But in reality, there's not adequate information available in public domain that who is actually settling the claim much better, so that there could be a better pricing for insurers who settle the claim faster. With regard to the risk management, we all know that group health policies, which contribute a bulk of the premium in the market, if the pricing of the group health is raised much above the claim, which is a logical demand and an expectation of an insurer that they cannot be making a guaranteed loss, there's a counter argument from the policyholder that why should I buy the insurance policy altogether if it's going to be significantly higher than the claim? But that is not the right response from possibly the policyholder. The insurance market has to find a value beyond price and beyond paying just the claim. Say example on the group health, are we investing enough on the risk management that the customer finds a value in buying a health policy not for lower premium than the claim, but because of the partnership in the risk management? Or the policyholder finds that accessing the hospitals through the means of insurance is at a much cheaper pricing because of the network pricing. There has to be a value add of an insurance market beyond pricing, either in terms of coverage, claim settlement, risk management, and so many other. So the whole insurance market has to deliberate how we create a value to the policyholder, which is not only linked to price, but all the other facets for which insurance could be, and that is the only way to create a sustainable and a balanced market in the interest of the policyholder. IBAI, Insurance Broker Association of India, is taken few steps in this direction. Today, we would be unveiling the first release of a claims handbook specifically designed as insights for the policyholder. This handbook is being designed with the interest of policyholder in mind, that it should have very simple metrics where a policyholder could see the performance of each insurer, each line-wise segment of how they are settling the claims. In the public domain, in the Indian market, we have in India the data with regard to the number of claims settled per segment, but we currently do not have the total amount of claims per segment. So we wanted to take the first step and produce this report. We will be unveiling it today. We will be sharing it with our policyholders and also popularizing through our websites and other releases. The copy would be available to all the delegates over here. We will be distributing it shortly. We are also highlighting the key relevant areas, solvency ratios. If we celebrate top line, the consumer will see only the pricing. So solvency ratios are also published in this booklet, and we are also settling two key ratios. One is the efficiency ratios. How many claims are settled within the first 3 months per segment? And second thing we are highlighting, how many claims are pending, number of claims beyond 1 year. It's a very interesting finding. I'm sure the leaders of the insurance market would like to examine where each of the insurance companies stand in that particular table. And there's no one company which is necessarily doing well in all the segments. It's a very interesting finding. We will be releasing it shortly. And I thought this will move the debate purely from pricing to performance on the claim. IBAI as an apex body for insurance brokers in India have been representing the issues with the regulator, engaging with the General Insurance Council and other intermediaries and insurers and all the other partners and stakeholders. We all know insurance brokers are known to have fierce competitions among them. That is good. But at the same time, when it comes to issues of the larger interest of the insurance market and for the insurance broking fraternity, the insurance brokers have responded extremely well and came together to represent on various issues in the recent past, in the last 1-2 years. And there are some very interesting examples of solidarity and working together for the larger interest. Also, Broker Association has formed 4 committees amongst the brokers to put together a comprehensive need analysis of the broking community across various segments. What are the regulatory changes on the e-broking, the emerging area, the retail and personal line of business, and so on and so forth, as to how brokers can help to create the long-term sustainable broking market in the interest of the policyholder. We would be shortly submitting these reports in the next 15 to 20 days to the regulator's office, and we will be sharing these findings of the committee reports to all the broker members for their feedback very shortly. We would like to again thank Chairman IRDA and his entire colleagues from the IRDA for giving an in-principle approval for training by the Broker Association of their own broker members for the continuing education program. That is, after 3 years of completion of the broker, the continuing education can also be offered by the Broker Association besides the other organizations. I think it's a great recognition for the association of including them in this whole process. Sorry. Sorry, I'm unable to see the screen while I'm speaking to you. Yes. I'll continue without the screen over here. Sorry, there's a bit of a technical glitch. The Broker Association has also been working on several initiatives in the last 1 year. We collectively represented on the reward and remuneration aspect and had a very engaging interaction with the regulator, as you are all aware. We would like to thank the leadership of the Chairman, sir, that he has been very inclusive in engaging with all stakeholders. We all know in the last couple of years, post-Insurance Act changes, there has been largest amount of changes across all the regulations. And so much of work has been done on the regulatory front with so many different stakeholders. We realize that the task of the regulator is also not going to be easy, where 2 very different views are right in their own respective perspective. And in spite of listening to all of them, the regulator has been able to keep moving forward and launch many changes in the regulatory framework. We have engaged actively. They have listened to us. They have agreed on some of the requests, and they have deferred on some of them. I think that engaging process is something we welcome, sir. You have been very inclusive leader, and the market salutes and respects for your inclusive approach in building the insurance market. Today, we will also be launching the IBAI new website. All of us needs to adopt the new technology in the way we function, the way we communicate, the way we interact, and the way we will do our things. So this is a step by the association to engage with all of you, and Chairman sir has kindly consented to unveil the same. We also had a tremendous engagement on the order of preference on the reinsurance and the composite brokers area, where we want to salute the leadership of the General Insurance Council, the leaders of the insurance market. They took a very mature step in getting some collective view in how do we interpret these regulations, which we all know will create challenge, certainly on the administrative side, and there are concerns that it could be further problems if there's a huge concentration of risk within the Indian market in a particular manner. I know it requires continuous engagement with all the stakeholders. IBAI as an association will continue to remain very actively engaged with our client, the insurers, in case of the reinsurance transactions, and we will evolve a consensus approach and continue to remain engaged with the regulator to see how we manage the downsides of this regulation, which could be difficult in the implementation phase. The association has continuously been working towards supporting each and every broker member. There are many broker members who are new to our community. It is the duty of the association to put special emphasis in supporting them to grow and to flourish. There are many brokers based in small towns, different cities, and we have to reach out to all of them. IRD has taken an initiative to make most of our submissions and approval process with the IRDA through the technology portal BAP module. We face tremendous challenges, but I think as Sri Randeep ji, the senior officer from the IRDA, he commented that this whole BAP module is a short-term pain, but hopefully a long-term gain. IRDA has been very open in listening to the suggestions of the association to improve the BAP module, but I think that's an engaging process we must continue in the furthering the interest of our entire broking community and remain compliant. There are a number of the steps association has taken. We continue to work with the IRDA. I will not list all of them. We leave the request with the IRDA to see that with the changing time, that they consider increasing the role of the broker in all aspects so that we can support the policyholder. The market is maturing. There's a larger premium, particularly on corporate and commercial line, already placed through the broker. Retail line is also now going through the broker. And IRDA may like to review, when they review the broker regulation, to improve the role and functioning of the broker, allowing more activities to be performed in the interest of the policyholder. Whether it is online broking, if web aggregators are allowed to do certain functions, at least those bare minimum functions, maybe IRDA may like to consider that is allowed also to the brokers because we represent the policyholder interest. I would not go through the whole list of requests we have with the regulator. We all aware it's a very engaging process, and we will have a very interactive sessions throughout the day. I take this opportunity again to thank each and every member present over here, and we hope we have a very interactive and engaging sessions over here. We see the very large representation of our insurance market professionals and broking community colleagues over here. With this, I take the opportunity to thank each one of you once again. And Chairman, sir, we are all eager to hear you. I will invite the moderator to again carry the proceedings. And once again, thanks and look forward to interacting with all of you.